Sam's not good with electric. So when I burn the house down, but Sam don't get to play because he has... All that talking. I just did a crap load of talking, and I didn't even have my microphone on. What? You know what time it is? That's what time it is. Okay, so what's going on, everybody? I'm Sam, and this is Outdoors of Maryland. And my hunting season's almost over with. This summertime, my buddy took me out catfishing. So I've never targeted big catfish. For me, going catfishing, it was, just taking your regular little rod, putting a little night crawler with a little bottom rig on and just sitting out there. And I think maybe my biggest one doing that, maybe 3, 4, 5 pounds. Now this year, bass fishing, I actually have some pictures. I'll send you a picture of me going out and with bass fishing, but just throwing a crankbait. This year is I could tell you, I've caught more catfish this year on a crankbait than I could ever remember. And I caught 2, I don't know, they had to be anywhere between 6 to 8 pounds maybe. They were big, and that was a great fight. I had a blast, especially on bass tackle. That was really fun. My buddy calls me up. He says, "Oh man, this is 8 o'clock at night. I'm sitting down, pretty much relaxed for the night." He calls me up. "Hey, I'm going out and doing some, I'm gonna do some catfishing tonight. You want to go?" I'm like, "Sure, man, I'll go." He took me out. Man, I had a blast. I mean, I really had a blast. And the thing with that is that, bass fishing, when I fish tournaments, just local tournaments, nothing real big. I don't, I lose a lot of money. But, standing up, using a trolling motor, casting 1,000 times a day, I mean, I don't know, it could be, it kind of wears you out, I guess you say. We went out there, man, we just sat back, and that was like relaxing, it was fun. And here's some of the fish we caught. I'll show you some of the pictures. So I'm kind of hooked on it, and I'm learning. So now I'm going to learn how to, do this. And the best thing is I have 2 guys that they just know what they're doing. They definitely are more bank fishermen, but they do it from the bank. But I'm hoping to get out with the Fishing Magician 2.0, Mark. He does live streams all the time, and man, he's caught some big fish from the bank. And we're going to take him out. We're going to come up here and we're going to get on the boat and we're going to take him out. And then Brandon, the Baltimore angler, my buddy, man, I got pictures of him with, it looked like 100-pound catfish. But he's caught some big catfish. And these 2 guys are going to together with me and go on the boat, and I'm going to take them catfishing. The problem is that there's really a lot more to catfishing, and I'm just really learning. I mean, especially where we fish at, it's really fast-moving rivers, especially some of the, like the Potomac. They go in the Potomac, and there's some other places I'm going to, and the rivers really move fast. And let me tell you what, I didn't realize that boat positioning is such a big deal. Way you set up, and catfishing can be one of the ones where you might have to do a lot of moving. You go in there and you sit there for 10, 15 minutes or half an hour, and you're not getting any bites. Well, you got to bring everything up, and so I got to find the right weights, especially in fast-moving water. So it's a lot of stuff I'm going to be learning. But what I didn't want to do on my boat, because I do a lot of bass fishing, I do a lot of crabbing. Obviously on my channel, I do bass fishing, I do some striper fishing, I do all this stuff. And I did not want a permanent thing on my boat. I didn't want to have to put something permanent. I wanted something that I could take on and off to take on and off and be sturdy enough. Because, if you're going out and you're hunting for 20, 30, 40-pound catfish, you really can't be screwing around. So with that being said, I went and looked around, and I found this item, and it seems really sturdy. And the best thing is that it's really adjustable. I'm going to try to do my best to explain this thing because I want to get another one for the other side. All right, this thing is called a Spyderlok. Spyderlok rod holder. All right. So this is what we have here. And the best thing about this, it's removable. Now, what I don't like, so here, these two things right here, you can just twist this. So you can twist this just like this. And I'm doing this with one hand. Hey, there we go. So you take this off. So now I actually have a mounting plate. So I'm trying to figure out now what I'm going to do is that look at these screws. See these screws here? I'm not liking that at all. Okay? So I know a guy that I'm going to have him try to make me a plate, and I want to put a plate underneath, and I'm actually going to bolt this down. So it's removable. So I can put one here, put one there, and that's it. You put this back on when you're ready to go catfishing. So now you just put that on. You put that on there, and then you're ready to go. All right. So now, all right. So you see that. So this is so versatile because not only can I adjust this, because now I can loosen it, and now I can raise it up like this, up and down. You turn this part, and this can be turned around any which way you want. And you can do the same here. You loosen this up. You can turn these. Let's make sure. Just need to make sure. So these turn this way. And these adjust. So this was $160. 160 bucks. This is nice, sturdy, thick. I'm not crazy about these screws. That's the only thing I probably have a little problem with is I think it would hold really well, but I'd rather bolt it down somehow. I'm going to bolt it and, make sure I got a plate on the bottom to really secure it to there. But the best thing is this is removable. This is called the Spyderlok. All right, so I got a lot of stuff to do. The woman is, I got to change a pressure switch. Has to do with electric. Sam's not good with electric. So when I burn the house down, but Sam don't get to play because he has I got stuff to do. All right, so you can get this at Bass Pro Shop, and I will have a link. I will have a link at the bottom in the description for this. And it looks good. And this is only part one. Part two is when we actually go out and do some fishing with it to see how it holds up catching some big fish. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the like button, and then make sure you subscribe if you're not. And take it easy. I can't wait to get out and do some catfishing. I am very excited.